wanted to do an updated no makeup tutorial. There it is. Since summer is fast approaching, I know it is nice to have just bare skin when you go to the beach, or if you're out in the sun all day. You don't want to have a cake face on because it's just not fun feeling all that makeup just melt off, especially if you are in a high humid climate. So I thought this would be the perfect video to get everybody ready for summer. So to start, you definitely want to use a sunscreen and a moisturizer. I really like this Aveeno sunscreen. It has an SPF 70. I know that's very high, but I have acne medication, and the one that I apply on my skin in the morning makes my skin very sensitive to the sun and almost feels like my skin is burning if I am all day in the sun. So that's why I have to have a very, very high concentration of SPF in my lotion. But I really like this because it is lightweight on my skin. Or you can do a moisturizer that already has some SPF in it. And this is the Garnier Lightweight Moisturizer with an SPF of 15. The next thing that I like to do is add a little bit of glow to my skin. And the two products that I like to use for that are the Hard Candy Glow All the Way or the MAC Strobe Liquid Lotion. You can mix this with your sunscreen or moisturizer and then apply this on your face. And since prepping your skin is very important for this look, and because I am not using foundation, I am going to use Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Because we are going to finish with a powder, the pores do show up more on my skin. So to prevent that, I am going to use this pore reducing primer. Next, we are going to conceal our skin, and my absolute favorite concealer of pretty much all time, and I consider this the holy grail of concealers right now, the new Becca Ultimate Coverage Concealer. I first talked about this in my Sephora haul video, but I used it for the first time a couple days ago and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I think this is the best concealer because it just blends so well into your skin, and that is definitely what we want in this look in particular, and I haven't found any other foundations that do that. So when you get this, I am in the color Macadamia. You just want to scrape off a teeny tiny little bit onto your nail or your finger, and then I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand and literally just start warming up small parts of this concealer. So now I have a teeny tiny bit on my finger, as you can see, and I'm just going to gently press this into my skin. And next I am going to take a fluffy eyeshadow brush like this. This is a new brush for me. This is actually a Morphe M218 brush. I got this in a goodie bag from a makeup seminar that I went to, so I'm really excited to use this. I am going to take my NYX Matte Finish Spray. You can use MAC's Fix Plus if you like as well. Just going to wet this brush a little bit. Dip this into the already warmed up concealer, and then I'm just going to continue to blend this in even more. And I'm just going to continue working my way downward and make sure this is well blended into my skin so you don't see a line of concealer. And then I'm just going to bring this up onto my eyelid just to even out the color. Alright, and once our eye area is done, I am going to fill in my eyebrows. And since we are going with a natural look, I am just going to take a dark brown eyeshadow and a flat brush and just fill in the sparse areas. I'm not really going to sculpt my eyebrows for this look because we don't want our eyebrows to be too bold, because that would be more of the focal point of our face, and that is not what we want. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this concealer again and sculpt out my eyebrows. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline Color Tattoo and Bad to the Bronze. And I'm just going to take a flat brush like this again. And I'm just going to gather up some product and dab this all over my lid. And you can start building this upwards into your crease as well. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend this gently into my skin. Mostly around the crease so there are no harsh lines. So the next step is up to you if you want to add eyeshadow on top of this or not. And I'm just going to use my Hard Candy Eyeshadow Duo in Rush Hour. And I am going to use the lighter gold shade. And I'm just going to use a Sigma Tapered blending brush for this. I don't really need too much eyeshadow. Again, this is just to set the color tattoo. Next, I am going to take a black eyeshadow. I am just using the black eyeshadow that is in the NYX Nude on Nude palette, which is this color right here, and I'm just going to use a flat brush for this. And I am just going to tight line this to my lash line. And once I have that base, I am just going to start building the color on the outer corner of my eye and just gently smudging it upwards, almost creating that illusion of the winged liner, but without the wing. I feel like that adds a little extra pop to your eye. Alright, now that my eyes are done, let's move on to covering up the acne scars that I have. So I have a little bit of leftover concealer on my hand. I'm going to take that same fluffy brush we used before. This does not have to be wet. Just going to, again, get a little bit of product on my brush and dab it over all of my blemishes. I'm not going to blend it in quite yet. Now I'm going to wet my brush with the NYX Stay Matte spray again. And now I'm just going to blend all of those spots in. And now, again, this next step is optional, but I am going to add a tiny little bit of contour to my cheeks. I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in number 355, and I'm just going to do a tiny little bit just to sculpt out my cheekbones. And all I'm going to do is just blend this in with my finger back and forth in that same line. I'm not blending upward, I'm not blending downward, I'm not using circular motions. It's literally just back and forth on that line. And you can gradually start bringing the line down just a little bit. And if you have your hair up, you can bronze a little bit of your forehead as well. Same thing with a MAC stippling brush, but on my forehead. And I chose this method because this powder or this cream stick foundation just blends so well into your skin. And that's exactly what we want for this look. And now that my face is pretty much done, I am going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. You can go in with a translucent powder if you like, but because I get shiny and I get a little bit of pores, I am going to use this powder foundation. And I'm just going to use an E.L.F. complexion brush for this. And I don't want too much product on my brush since I do want my skin to look natural, but I am just going to dab this all over my face, even over that contour. And for my blush, I am going to use this Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush in the color Peach Satin. I'm going to use that same stippling brush that we used to blend in the contour before. And I am just going to get a little bit of product on my brush at a time. And I'm just going to dab this right above that contour and use circular motions to blend this into my skin. And next I am just going to powder my face. And then what you can do is you can use a little bit of that translucent powder over the cream blush if you want more of a matte look, or you can keep this shiny so it gives your cheeks a little bit extra pop. Next, I am going to take my Benefit Sunbeam and I'm going to dab a tiny bit of this product on my hand. I'm going to take my finger, take that tiny little bit of that product and place that right on top of that blush to give myself a cheek highlight. And now for this look, I usually like to do a bold lip because my face is so natural. Hi everybody, so my camera memory card is full and my other cards seem to all be corrupted. So I am filming the end of this video on my iPad. Please excuse the quality for that, but this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I really like this look because I love that I don't feel my skin is heavy even though we applied concealer and some contour and some cream blush. This look wears really well and I really like the Becca concealer actually. I wore this look, as I said earlier, a few days ago, and I actually wore this look to the gym because I was coming from work and I didn't have time to take off my makeup, and I was really surprised how well it wore during my class. I'm hopeful that it will wear well throughout the day for you, whether you are at the beach or out with your friends in the sun. So thanks you guys so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and if you end up recreating this look, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see you guys. You can hashtag #GotToGlamItUp. Thanks again, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Don't forget to follow me.